Minimalists.
All right. How do we unsubscribe from a whole bunch of email subscriptions at one time? Is this possible? I didn't know you could do that.
It is. So there is a service called Unroll Me.
Okay.
Unroll.me.
You can do it with physical mail for sure. I have to do that like once every 2 or 3 years because something happens to where and it works really, really well.
Yeah.
Stop getting all the spam,
Yeah, I'll pull that up as well. We can talk about that real quick because theminimalists.com/day15. So we've got this 21-day journey on our website. The first thing we ever published at The Minimalists way back in 2010. So
where it all started.
Yes, indeed. So the bottom of day 15, the Direct Marketing Association offers a free online-only service at dmachoice.org to stop catalogs and junk mail deliveries, or to get more of them if you desire. Can you imagine? I'm going to sign up for more junk mail.
Right.
But you can. Most legit mailers are a member of the DMA, so this could reduce your load of unsolicited mail by up to 2/3. When you're at the DMA site, you may also see a direct link to optoutprescreen.com, which will prevent the majority of major credit bureaus from sending pre-approved credit card applications to you. Another site you'll want to check out is worldprivacyforum.org, which is a clearinghouse for all these matters. So you can just go to theminimalists.com/day15. You can find those. There's one other thing I'd add to this now. I use an app on my phone. I think it costs me $2 a month. It's called Paper Karma.
Oh, yeah.
And so anytime who gets mail anymore, by the way? What the hell are we doing?
Dude, I get mail from the people who used to live. I still get a gas bill from them. Like for the people who used to live.
Right.
And I'm calling the gas company, return to sender. It drives me insane. Anyway.
You're getting everyone else's mail or everyone else's junk that they want to thrust upon you.
Yeah.
There's one exception, though. So we actually encourage people to write letters to us.
Oh, yeah.
So you can mail us here at the studio.
Anything handwritten is always a delight to get in the mail.
Right, but that's not usually what we get in the mail.
No.
Everything we get in the mail are things we don't want.
Oh, my God. And they do such a good job of you get the mail and it looks important, it looks official, like some kind of tax document or something.
Yes.
And then you open it up and it's like, you could get DirecTV for $44.99 a month.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, and it makes it look like urgent, open now.
Yeah.
But in a way, or sometimes they'll even make it look like it's handwritten. And it tricks me. And I'm like, oh, maybe my cousin sent me, I don't know, something. Anyway, I almost never at home get mail that I want.
Right.
Occasionally, I'll get something that is like the Paris Review, which is a quarterly review that I subscribe to, fiction and poetry and stuff like that. But I have to surf through an entire tidal wave of junk, of nonsense. And the way that I've opted out of most of it, 90+%, are the things I just talked about, theminimalists.com/day15.
It really works too.
Yeah, absolutely does.
Great.
Yeah, we don't sell anything there. It's not ours. It's just, in fact, that information is from Clark Howard. And then on top of that, I use Paper Karma. So anytime I get some sort of solicitation from State Farm or something, you just snap a photo of it, and it picks out where it comes from, and they automatically unsubscribe you.
Wow.
But let's talk about email on top of this as well.
Yeah.
So,
I was going to say one more thing about junk mail. What blows my mind is how much of the mail that gets sent, how much of it is advertisements.
Yes.
It's got to be 80 or 85%. So it just makes me think how I've seen, Congress come up with these bills, these laws that say, hey, we don't want to do junk mail anymore. We just had it last year where they wanted to stop the robo-dialing. But the problem is that there's so much money in the people who provide the service to send junk mail, or the people who provide the service in the robocalls, that they don't do the right thing.
Yeah.
Or the courteous thing, maybe.
Especially with respect to the junk mail, because it's the post office. Their main function is to spam your mailbox.
It's really wild when you look at it that way.
In terms of their revenue, the vast majority of their revenue comes from junk.
Yep.
We call it junk mail, and yet there are some ways to obviously deal with it. We talked about those. Let's move over to email, because it's even easier to get junk mail there. People spam you, or over time, you just signed up for a bunch of newsletters. You bought something from this company and they enrolled you on their list, or you signed up for a newsletter that you no longer want. Now, there used to be this site, well, there still is a site called unroll.me, but there were some issues with that. So I've got this article here. I'll put a link to it in the show notes for this Maximal episode. By the way, if you want to write a letter to us, it's theminimalists.com/contact. We will check those letters. Anyway, this is from B-Bomb, and the title is The 6 Best Unroll.me Alternatives You Can Use. Unroll.me is a powerful tool that helps you unsubscribe from unwanted emails and keeps your inbox clutter-free. However, the track record of this popular service when it comes to respecting users' privacy is questionable, to say the least. Back in 2017, a New York Times report exposed the company's privacy practices that showed how it shared user data with Uber. Hence, if you're looking for alternatives to Unroll.me, here are our best picks.
Wow. So like they were the website under the guise of we're going to help you get less junk mail.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just collected people's information and sold it off.
That's how they made money, yes. And so keep in mind, if you're using something for free, you are the product.
Yes.
And that's why I'm always happy to pay for something like Paper Karma, for example, because it's like it's $2.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also, I'm not the product now. I'm actually buying the product,
right.
and I use it regularly.
Yeah.
So number 1, the built-in unsubscribe button. This isn't a third-party tool, but it's the simplest way to unsubscribe from emails. When you see a promotional email or a newsletter that no longer interests you, click the unsubscribe button at the top of Gmail, Outlook, or other email services of your choice, etc., etc. Number 2 is Leave Me Alone. That sounds like the perfect app for me. Leave me alone, Ryan.
You wish.
A great alternative to Unroll.me is Leave Me Alone. With this website, you can easily unsubscribe from all unwanted emails. You have to create an account on Leave Me Alone to use this service. Through the free tier, you get a total of 5 unsubscriptions. So this is a freemium model. And then you have to pay $2.50 for 50 unsubscribes, $10 a month for 50 unsubscribes per month, or $16 a month for 200 unsubscribes a month.
Dude, I donated once to a political candidate. Worst decision I've ever done in my life.
Same.
Because it's like, then you get like, oh, hi, I'm John Smith and I need your help. And then you're like, you unsubscribe from John Smith's, but then you get, Sally Q. I mean, like, it's never ending.
It's the worst.
Dude.
It has incentivized me to never donate to a politician.
Every time I unsubscribe, and like when I put a reason, I'm like, it's because you send me you don't respect my inbox.
Yes.
Like that's why I'm unsubscribing. And oh, by the way, yeah, you have basically made it to where I will never donate to any political candidate ever again.
Yeah, thanks for disrespecting my time, my attention,
Yeah.
and even the money I gave you. I paid you to spam me. How ridiculous is that?
Yeah.
Number 3 is Unlister for Outlook. So if you use Outlook, there is, if you're looking for a tool built especially for Outlook, Unlister should be your pick. The service will scan your inbox for spammy emails and will list them all out for you. So it sort of gives you a list. All you have to do is click on the unsubscribe button. With a free trial, you can unsubscribe for up to 5 email lists, or you pay $20 a year to get complete access. Number 4 is Polymail Unsubscriber. It is a tool, another option you may consider if you're looking for an easy solution to unsubscribe from emails. For those of you who don't know, Polymail is an email client for PC. Okay, and then number 5, CleanFox. Another third-party solution that might come in handy is CleanFox. Just like other services on this list, you'll have to link your email account to access and use the service. From CleanFox's homepage, you can either delete an unwanted email or delete and unsubscribe from the sender altogether. So you can do either one there. And then finally, there is a service called Clean Email. Lastly, we have Clean Email. Clean Email is a helpful service for those looking for a way to regain control over their inbox. You can use Clean Email's unsubscriber feature to stop receiving unsubscribed emails. However, it is a paid feature. Good. I'm great, because here's the thing. If you're not paying for it, you're either going to get advertised to, or they're just collecting your data. So you can be careful with all of these are alternatives. I'm not saying don't use Unroll.me. I don't know. Maybe their track record has gotten much better since they were exposed by the New York Times. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering, Ryan, with the recent flurry of spam that you've had take over your inbox, maybe something you can do is try one of these out, and we can report back on a future Maximal episode over here on Patreon.
I would love to try it out.
Did you enjoy this video? If so, you can listen to full episodes of the Minimalists private podcast available exclusively on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/theminimalists today. Your support keeps our podcast and YouTube channel 100% advertisement free.